All right, domain restrictions. Okay, basically what they're asking is how can I narrow down the x values? Let's say I want to say I don't want these x values over here. I don't want anything less than -2. All right, that's restricting the domain. Say, hey, which x values do I not want? The purpose is so that when I take the inverse of this guy, which that will reflect like this, so that my inverse is a function. Because right now the inverse of this guy, see I hit it twice, it is not a function. All right? Ooh, I need a bigger eraser than that. There we go. There we go. So basically all you got to do is find a vertex. Find a vertex and restrict. So like right here, that vertex is 0. I can restrict to the right and get this side as my inverse, or I can restrict to the left and get that side as my inverse. Okay, either one is a function. So basically I want to restrict to either x is greater than or equal to 0 or x is less than or equal to 0. Or if you want them in interval notation, 0 to infinity or -infinity to 0. I think they give them all to you. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, they give them to you in set builder notation. Set builder notation actually uses these guys right there in them, so you're fine. All right, 28, 29, give them a shot. So 28, pause the video, give them a shot. But 28, we're going to break it right there. We're going to go to the right and go to the left. So either x is greater than or equal to -2 or x is less than or equal to -2. Cool. Either one of those restrictions. Basically what I'm saying by this, if I restrict it to +2, greater than -2, that means I only want this stuff to the right. That's all I'm dealing with. If I restrict it to less than -2, oops, I want this side to the left. I only want to deal with that. I'm just basically ignoring the rest of this. That's what's going on. Okay? No, don't clear everything, just clear that. Go away. There we are. Alright, 29. Now this one I can restrict it 3 ways, because I have two vertices. I have one right there at -2, I have one right there at +1. So I can either go to the left of the -2, x is less than or equal to -2, basically ignore the rest of this and only deal with that. I can do to the right of 1, x is greater than, not z, greater than or equal to 1, and that ignores all of this. Or I can do the area in between, and that would ignore everything to the right and everything to the left. Alright? So that's x, that would be like this. X is between those two, so -2 less than or equal to 1. All 3 of those are valid answers. All 3 of those restrictions would restrict. Let me, the first one, if I did -2, it would give me something that looks like this. The second one would give me something that looks like this. The third one that would give me something that looks kind of like that. Alright, and they're all going to be functions. Cool? Alright, last but not least, these guys down here. Find the inverse of the following functions with the given domain restrictions. So if we're just looking at equations, alright, we're going to find the inverse just like we would anything else. However, we're going to restrict the radical, this part right here, like when we take a square root, give me a pen. When I take a square root to get rid of that square, alright, when I do that, I want from -infinity to 5, I want the left side of this. So I want the negative side to this. If I was going from 5 to +infinity, I would go from 5 to the right. I want the positive side. Okay, let me reiterate that again. Remember when we square root, we say plus or minus the square root? If I want everything to the left, the negative side, well, I only put the negative out here. If I want from 5 to infinity, the right side, I put the positive out there. Okay? That's what this is. Let's erase this. Alright, so let's start off, let's find the inverse. So I can just treat that as a y, so x equals -3, y minus 5 squared. Okay? Divide by -3, x over -3, equals, or you can say 1/3 equals y minus 5 squared. Then I'm going to square root both sides. And we'll say the square root, and again, this is where we have to decide what type of sign we want. Alright? And because I want everything to the left, I want 5 to negative infinity, I have to put my negative out in front of it. That is the restriction. And then subtract the 5. So your final answer is 5 minus the square root of x over negative 3 equals y. Cool. 31 is the same idea. All right? Give it pause and give it a shot. So we'll start x equals 2y squared minus 7. So x plus 7 equals 2y squared. Divide by the 2. X plus 7 over 2 equals y squared. Square root both sides. And so I got the square root of x plus 7 over 2 equals y. And because I want greater than 0, I want 0 to the right, I will leave it positive. I don't need my negative. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my answer. Kill. Kill. Go forth and do great things.